Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to really talk about when I traveled by myself to Jamaica. Yes, I went to Jamaica by myself. For me, that was a really big step because normally if I'm doing a lot of travel, I'm traveling within the United States back and forth to different places. I did go to Jamaica before. It was back in 2012 with my mom. Had a wonderful time. This time I wasn't trying to go by myself. I went to my friend's wedding. She was getting married and I told her I will be there. I'm going to be there, I promise. And when I say I promise, I come through on the promise. So I was trying to find another person or other people to come with me, and I didn't realize how hard that would actually be. Many people actually didn't have their passports, so that was starting to frustrate me. Like, come on, y'all, get your passports, get your passports. How am I supposed to go to Jamaica with someone if you don't have your passport and you agreed to go? After a while, I just said, forget it. I'm just gonna go by myself. I'm going to pay to stay at an Airbnb that's affordable, and I'm gonna go to Jamaica alone. And that's exactly what I did. My family was probably a little bit scared. Yeah, there was a lot of bit scared, but I decided I'm gonna live my life and have fun. I like to travel anyways. I do like to travel outside the country. So why not do it by myself? I'll figure it out. That's kind of my mindset. I'm gonna figure it out. So I did go. I was on the plane and I was very aware of the fact that I was single. You're gonna be very aware of your singleness if you're gonna be a solo traveler to Jamaica. Couples everywhere, hugged up everywhere, all throughout the plane. I also saw people with their bride squad, people that were either planning to get married in Jamaica or they were having their bachelorette party in Jamaica. And they had, the cute little t-shirts. And then there was me, struggling with my carry-on, trying to put that in the luggage compartment above and take it down. And none of these men was trying to help. They were with their women. And the women was not going to have their men help me. And a lot of them either just got married or just wanted a romantic getaway. But it's okay because I know I still look good and I'm strong. So I got it. But it was just something that I was always aware of, at least like on the plane and as we walked through customs. When I got to customs, I had to put down that I had a gift. I mean, I wanted to tell the truth, right? So I let them know that I had a gift card for my friend for her wedding. And as soon as I wrote that and I showed it to the person, she made me open up the card. She low-key said, I didn't have to say it, but because I actually said it, I had to open up the card, which was, I was really upset. I didn't want to do that because now I'm going to go to the wedding with this tacky, already opened card. So I ended up writing on there, customs made me open it. Transportation was pretty quick. The method that I chose would have had them stop at possibly every stop along the way. Since there was only one other person with me, it still was like a straight shot. I stayed in an Airbnb. I couldn't afford to stay at a resort and pay possibly $2,000 and more. I wasn't going to do that. No. So I made sure to look up some affordable Airbnb options and I stayed at this nice Airbnb in the Pineapple area, gated, and it was a nice property. I had a guest house and there were a few other guest homes on the property, and of course the largest home is where the Airbnb host stayed. and gorgeous. Her home was overlooking the Caribbean Sea. I couldn't see it from where I was, but it didn't take long for me to be able to see that once I got to the sea. Gorgeous. It felt like I'm just in the middle of paradise. Also, the property had some cute dogs and they were very friendly. And I am not used to staying at a property that has dogs, so that was really cool for me. I really enjoyed those dogs. They kept me company because at times I did feel a bit lonely since I went by myself, and I had little dogs to talk to. So the Airbnb itself was so nice. It was nice and cozy. It felt lived in. It felt like I was in a different country, which was exactly what I wanted. It was different not being on a resort where there's a lot of people. Good morning. More access to the Caribbean Sea. It's so beautiful. There is a beach. Where I was at was more, I guess, rocky because there weren't any beaches at all. So there wasn't any beach access. Still gorgeous, but it felt good to be able to stand literally in the Caribbean Sea and just see nothing but beautiful sea and look behind me and see like the nice home and see some boats occasionally go by and wave. I just felt like as a solo traveler going by myself, I just eventually got bored. I was calling people back home like, hey, how are you doing? I'm in Jamaica, but I'm a little bit bored because I'm the only one here. So that's just me. I know some people, they travel out of the country and stay by themselves the entire time. I'm not the type of person that's gonna fully enjoy it, so that's not something that I plan to do in the future. But for those of you that like it, great. If I ever did something like that again, I would make sure that I'm on a resort with other people so I can talk to people, and I'd also make sure that there's people that I know that's coming too. Because even though I was going for a wedding, I know that after the wedding, she's not gonna want to see me. Like, she wants to be with her man. I wanted to make sure that I was safe, so I did. I didn't walk around by myself as much as I would have liked. But again, I'm just trying to be cautious of the fact that I don't want to stick out too much and just be a target, basically. I didn't want to be a target to someone that is trying to do anything crazy. So I tried to use common sense, pretty much the same common sense that I have here, but with a heightened awareness that I'm not home. Other than the wedding, which was gorgeous, and I cried, I didn't really do too much. I did go to a waterfall. It was called Little Dunn's River. Nice. The tour guide was amazing, and he took so many pictures of me. I really appreciate it since I didn't have like a best friend with me taking like a bunch of pictures of me at different angles, But he did that, and I appreciated that a lot since I didn't have anyone else to talk to. But I was talking with him. Hello from Jamaica. We here. He's been helping me so much go up these waterfalls and stuff. So that was part of what I wanted to do, was at least try to talk with people that actually lived there. Oh, how is it like in Brownstown?
I like up there. Quite and cool, yeah.
Oh yeah, and cool. I like that too. I also went to the grocery store, and I was so embarrassed. I went to the grocery store in Ocho Rios. I can't remember the name of it right now. Nice spot, but the card machine was not working, and I didn't have as much cash on me, and Nobody wants to be at the front with not enough cash. It kind of makes you feel like you don't have that much money. Even though technically I had something, I just had to pay by card, which wasn't working. So when the cashier gave the total and my cash was like short, I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back. I'll get the food later. I left. I was too embarrassed. I could tell people was already looking at me already, like, I don't want to show my face anymore in this grocery store. So I left, went somewhere else, and got food, and was able to stock up, decent amount for the few days that I was staying there. It also felt really good to be where my grandfather is from. My grandfather, he used to live in Brownstown, St. Anne's, and I wasn't that far from Brownstown, and it felt really good just to know that I was in the general area. I don't know if I was like right there, but I was fairly close to that side, and it I just had a full circle moment. Like, ah, oh, this is where he was, somewhere over here. So yes, I am a quarter Jamaican. 100% black, obviously, but a quarter Jamaican. So that felt good. And just to see people I feel like look more similar to me in some ways, where I can pinpoint how my looks kind of favor on the Jamaican side, it feels good. I was glad to be able to bring some beef patties back home for myself and my mom. I definitely recommend going if you absolutely need to go to Jamaica by yourself in the tourist areas. You can do it. You don't have to stay at a resort. You can stay at an Airbnb and do it safely. Just be smart. I did. I felt perfectly fine. I had a good time with the drivers that drove me, as well as at the wedding. The host was nice. I just feel like if you're the type of person that doesn't mind being at a restaurant by yourself all the time, then solo travel is for you. But by the end, I'm like, man, I need to have somebody with me. I can't do this by myself like all the time. Beautiful pictures though. And I definitely want to go back to Jamaica and just make more memories. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share the video. Let me know your thoughts. Bye.